In this video, we will learn how to derive the expansion path of a firm. The question is, when the production function of a firm is Q is equal to 20 times K to the power 0.5 times L to the power 0.5, price of capital is $5 per unit and price of labor is $4 per unit. Find expansion path ratio for the firm. Options are being given. We need to find out the correct option. Okay. So, by expansion path, what we mean, if I draw the graph here, so if I take what we call labor on the horizontal axis, capital on the vertical axis, expansion path, we also call it scale line. It depicts the optimal combination of the inputs a firm should use to produce different levels of output while minimizing costs. Okay, so given the cost, let us suppose this is the ISO cost line. So expansion path will show us the optimal combinations of inputs while the firm minimizes its cost. That is, if I draw the ISO count here, so let us say this is one ISO count. Similarly, if our ISO cost was here, and if I draw another ISO count, likewise, if I have another ISO cost line, and if I draw another ISO count, so expansion path will join these optimal pointers. Okay, so this line will show us the expansion path of the firm. So graphically, what is meant by this? So we want to minimize cost. So what will be the minimizing? C is equal to price of labor times units of labor plus price of capital times units of capital employed, subject to the production constraint. That is, Q is equal to 20 K to the power 0.5 times L to the power 0.5. And here we can write it like this. Price of labor is being given as is 4. So we have 4 times L plus 5 times K. 5 times K. This is our cost function. Now for optimal, these pointers, what condition is required to satisfy? That is, at optimal, what happens? The ratio of the marginal rate of technical substitution between labor and capital should be equal to the price of labor upon price of capital. Okay. So MRTS, as we know, it is simply the ratio of the marginal product of labor upon marginal product of capital. It should be equal to the ratio of the prices, price of labor upon price of capital. Marginal product of capital is simply the change in the output due to the change in the units of labor employed, and marginal product of capital is the change in the output due to the change in the units of capital employed, and it should be equal to the ratio of the input prices. So it is the partial derivative of the production function with respect to labor that gives us the marginal product of labor. Likewise for marginal product of capital. Now if I partially differentiate this production function with respect to labor, and let me see if I am within the limits. I am. So when I differentiate it with respect to L, so exponent of L becomes coefficient. So 0.5 can be written as 1 upon 2, or we can write 0.5 times 20. K to the power 0.5 will remain same, but exponent of this gets subtracted by power function rule. It becomes minus 0.5. This is the marginal product of labor. Likewise, we differentiate partially with respect to K. So again 0.5 becomes coefficient. We have then 20. Exponent of K gets subtracted by 1, so it becomes minus 0.5, and L remains same as 0.5. It should be equal to the ratio of the prices that is being given us is price of labor is 4 and price of capital is 5. Okay, so 0.5, this gets cancelled, so transpose it here, it becomes K to the power plus 0.5, so it becomes K to the power 0.5 times, if I transpose it here, it becomes K to the power plus 0.5. Okay, exponent sign changes when we transpose them from numerator to denominator or vice versa. Similarly, transpose this here, so we have L to the power 0.5 first, then we multiplied this exponent, which is it is minus 0.5, it becomes plus 0.5, should be equal to 4 upon 5. Okay, so bases are same, we can add up the exponent, so it becomes 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1, so here also 0.5 is 1, so we get K upon L is equal to 4 upon 5, which implies so we need to write it in the form of K will be equal to, transpose it here, it becomes 4 upon 5L, or K is equal to 4 upon 5 is, so we have 4, 5.058 are 40, so we get 0.8 L. That is the expansion path for the given firm. I hope I make myself clear in this video. You find out this video helpful. Thank you.